Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Well, your win streak wasn't at 5 or 6 before, what happened? It's alright, person I just made up in my head. This is the win streak after the last NLSS, which was like 2 days ago. My backlog is like non-existent. Moving has wiped it out, and it's wiped me out a little bit as well. And I've been noticing some sloppy play. I've been noticing some not super min-maxy stuff, which at the best of times I'm not the best at, but at the worst of times I might be the worst at. God damn it, Lion, you left 6 D6s. That was just a terrible time for me. I got the D6 and then I lost it, and then I got it, then I lost it, and just repeated itself almost every single floor for the duration of the game. Duration of the game is my biopic, by the way. I don't know, people, I say biopic and people go, he said biopic. It's biopic. That sounds stupid, alright? Just think about, you know, there's a duodenum, right? The first or the second part of your small intestine. It's been a while since I was in school, forgive me. It's one of the three. You got the ileum, the jejunum, and the duodenum. You say duodenum and people go, oh, it's not duodenum, it's duodenum. You're like, well, can we have like a plebiscite or something? Can we have a vote? Because duodenum sounds way better than duodenum. Well, actually in Latin, there are two separate words that have been fused together in a kind of portmanteau. Well, cool, man. It's 2015. In like 2 weeks, we're all gonna have, you know, cyber microchips implanted inside of our brains. Maybe we can, you know, change something as archaic as, you know, the Latin language. No offense, by the way, to any Latin speakers, readers, or scholars out there. Man, hopefully we get a bomb here. Alright. In the meantime, Dingle, I kind of like, the reason I think I like Maggie, I've distilled it down to its core, alright? Maggie is very, very comfortable on the first floor. That's why and then, you know, by the time you finish the first floor, you might be in a very, very good position, so it doesn't matter if you sucked, if you overcompensated for it, you know, by getting like a Polyphemus or something like that early on. But like, if you get hit, you're so unlikely to have any risk of death because of the Yum Heart. You know, if you go to 8 rooms, you could get 2 full red hearts, plus all the red hearts on the ground. It's like, you're never gonna find yourself dying on the first floor as Maggie. Yeah, you know, she's slow, she's a little impotent here, you know, damage-wise at the start. But as long as you can, as long as you got that Yum Heart backing you up, you know you're not gonna die in the early game. And that's valuable. Peace of mind, you know. Speed up, I like. Hematemesis. It's not really a bad thing, but it's not a good thing for us. And there's really, with no other consumables, there's nothing we can do here. So we find ourselves in a tricky position. No keys, so I can't access that right away. This is probably going to be an annoying room. It is. As far as big rooms go in this area of the game, it's not the most annoying, though. At least I don't have to fight any enemies, but it's super scary right now. You know, we went from very comfortable to very uncomfortable because now I have no consumables, and also if I get hit, I probably squander a good percentage of my deal with the devil chance. So we're just gonna finally fight some enemies, and we're gonna hope that we can get out of this without getting hit. We're on the basement, so it's at least conceivable. It's conceivable on the cellar as well. It's just, you know, probably like a factor of 10 less likely. Alright, let's go for these guys first. Pretty much random shots there. Bad luck could befall us, but are you gonna become slime, or are you gonna do something weirder? I always forget the red ones. Some of them become slime. Oh, come on. There we go. Some of them just become red hearts, apparently. Alright, I need to get back to our, okay, just be careful. I need to get back to our item room here. You never know what kind of greatness or terribleness could befall us in that room. Perhaps it'll be like a super bandage, and then I won't have to worry about getting this deal with the devil, because it'll be automatic. Not automatic, necessarily. That's a little cocky, but you know what I mean. Anything that gave us a spirit heart would have been incredible there. That was extremely close to taking damage. I'm not pleased with myself, but we got out of it. Probably thanks to caffeine pill, honestly. If I had not picked up that speed upgrade on the last floor, I might have found myself in a trickier spot. Little Chub's been showing up a lot lately. How do I feel about Little Chub? It's fine. Like, it's not particularly strong. But it's always nice to have something that gives you basically a little extra damage. Little Chub's kind of like its own shitty brimstone in a way. You know, it does damage in an area, like a line in front of it. I can live with that for now. Kind of tempted to play that Judgment. There's an off chance that we could get enough... Oh, good. A second golden key. There's an off chance that we can get enough money to make it worthwhile, but I was kind of hoping to just buy a Spirit Heart for 5 cents, but it doesn't look like that's going to be too likely. I guess we're just going to fight our boss, and we got pretty lucky that it's Monstro. Look, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I am pretty pleased that we got through the first couple of floors here without taking any damage at all. It's a relatively minor accomplishment, admittedly, but still, you know, we could have easily fucked this up. In fact, I should stop being so cocky. We could still fuck this up. You know, one renegade shot from this Monstro could ruin my shit. I don't think it's gonna, though. Not right now. Alright, now give me some DPS and give me a Devil Deal with more DPS. That's kind of DPS. A damage plus HP up in the form of meat. I don't think Gimpy is particularly strong, but it's okay. I waver on Gimpy. Sometimes it saves me, sometimes I don't really like it that much. We still don't have any bombs, so I'm just gonna go down to the next floor. I mean, we could have gone into the shop, shot the fires, but that's such like a... That's min-maxy even for me at the best of times. There you go. I took a sip of my coffee just to make boss rush even less likely, because I know that it annoys people. Anti-grab. Anti-grab fucks with Little Chub a little bit, but I'm actually... You know, I'm the home for misfit items sometimes. I like the misfit items. Some people have told me that anti-grav is like their least favorite item in the game. I think that's ridiculous. There are some times when anti-grav is like nearly objectively bad, but I really like, it's kind of like guillotine in a way, except I like it more than guillotine because I understand it more than guillotine. But I really like the default Tears upgrade, and sometimes if you're fighting enemies that like jump or teleport on top of you, being able to set a huge trap for them by just putting like a bunch of bullets on the ground and then waiting for them to jump into them, I think can be really, really viable. And you can always just tap shoot if you really are concerned about it. I'm really interested to see, actually, how people feel about anti-grav. I wonder if the subreddit has done a daily item discussion of it yet. It strikes me as one of those items that's probably like guillotine, where people are like, either they think it's like a 6 out of 10, or they think it's like a straight-up 0, or like a 4. I don't think it's like, you know, some people really like Isaac's Heart. Some people are like, it's an 8. I don't think anybody's going to be like that with anti-grav. I've been taking a lot of terrible damage since picking it up as well, so maybe what I feel and what I actually, you know, benefit from are, they have a little bit of a disconnect going on. But I think I can chalk that up to just somewhat lazy play as well. Oh, this is just really sloppy. You're gonna have to give me a moment here. I really don't want to squander our deal with the Devil Chance. Alright, these guys should be relatively easy with the Chub anti-grav combo. Just winged him there, but that's good enough. And that is enough money to finally be able to buy a Spirit Heart. If we can get to our shop before we get hit, that would be very nice. Ooh. These enemies are pretty stationary. Yeah, that was dumb. Disregard me. I've decided that anti-grav is actually terrible, and I hate it. This is just me finally giving Dead Bird a tryout, though. Dead Bird, I've decided, by the way, that you're cut. I'm sorry to tell you on such short notice, right after you got the job. Spelunker's hat with 1 bomb. You know, I could be better, but we are going to be able to access our secret room, somewhat surprisingly. And we'll pick up 3 cents as a result of that. Truth be told, if we're going to lose our best chance for a deal with the devil, which is basically like, when I say our best chance, what I mean is like, if we're going to lose the thing that's within our control the most for deals with the devil, which is not taking red heart damage, it's best if it happens on a floor like this where we already had like a pretty diminished chance of it happening anyway, due to the fact that we had one on the last floor. So we're probably not costing ourselves much, and we could still get one, but we probably won't. Could go to our shop. We'll go to our second secret room like after we fight the boss. Because I would like to, if possible, give ourselves the best chance of keeping an Eternal Heart alive. You know what? We can go to it right now. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, good. Yeah. Botched that. Almost. Monkey's Paw. Monkey's Paw is okay. It's one of the coolest trinkets in that it has a limited number of uses, denoted by the monkey's paws. I know, by the way, the source material for Monkey's Paw. But, you know, feel free to comment about it anyway. It's a pretty cool, you know, literature reference, I guess. Short story? Short stories are literature. Shouldn't define, you know, an art form by its length, unless it's, I don't know. I'm not gonna get into this. This is a Nick conversation. Take that over to twitch.tv/RockleeSmile.youtube, and then you tell me how he reacts to it. He'll engage you in a discussion about that. I am 6.9% sure. Very bad damage on my part. It's alright. I don't really care about missing that battery. It's basically just a red heart. And there we go. We'll probably make the effort to go to our shop then. Why make the effort to go to our shop? It's like if you don't have a lot of money in your bank account, but you really want, like, you're really craving fried chicken and you want to make it yourself, you know? Buying the spices and the ingredients for the fried chicken is going to be expensive. Maybe you can't afford it, but maybe there's going to be a sale. Maybe you're going to go there and they'll be like, just for today, chicken thighs are like, you know, 80% off. You got to give it a shot. You don't have to, but you could. So we picked up ball of bandages. By the way, I would like to point out that on this entire floor, this is what people were probably like, Gimpy's better than you give it credit for. You might not be wrong. I'm going to pick up there's options here. Really good item. But, this early at least. Gimpy has not gone off at all on this floor, and we've been hit like 8 times. Again, I'm not totally sure if Gimpy's based on our luck stat. If so, you know, I would very much welcome some luck upgrades. There have been times where Gimpy has paid out substantially more than I would have expected. This is, as of yet, not one of those times. And now, of course, we have bombs, but no keys, because we got... Ooh, pretty close there. We got 2 golden keys on the last floor. No regular keys. But hey, we got a good situation here. I forgot about this. Tell you what, we'll just walk over this, and we can do it like that. I was gonna use a bomb to do that, but then I was like, health is our, like, least valuable resource right now. It's like being 10 years old, you know? People were like, don't do that, it's bad for you. You're like, fuck that, I'm gonna eat like 8 slices of pizza. My body can handle it. I'm 10. It's true, man. When you get older, that becomes more of a concern. But for now, if you're like 15, eat all the pizza, man. Or, I don't know, get really ripped and get a scholarship for soccer for college or something like that. That's pretty cool, too. But you're never gonna have another time when you can eat that pizza. I'm 26. I used to think it was a joke when people would be like, oh, you know, when I eat that, it goes straight to my hips. My eyes are looking sweet as hell right now. But for real, you know, if I eat 12 slices of pizza one day, next day I don't feel so hot. Maybe that's the way it's intended to be, though. Alright. Boss rush is a theoretical construct that exists, that I'm not going to discuss further to avoid provoking the ire of the people watching. I am going to be the biggest idiot. Oh, no, wait, no, wait. Did I have... I did not have any black hearts or anything. Just the stupidest way to take damage. Okay. Smarten up, straighten up, fly right. We haven't been carried at all on this run. But that being said, I should do everything in my power to put myself in a better position. And running into enemies to try to take them out with the ball of bandages is a sloppy, like, amateur Bush League level play. If you've got the HP for it, then it's fine, but we don't have the HP for it, so I genuinely feel the need to apologize for that bit of damage, because that is gonna possibly throw off the course of this whole run. I still think we've got a pretty good chance of winning, despite the fact that we have, you know, not really that much that's advantageous for us right now. At least we're lacking completely in, like, damage upgrades, but yeah, that was a poor play. Would BizSnap have done that? That's what I need to, you know, concern myself with. WWBD. What would BizSnap do? Who wears BizSnap's... I'm trying to think of a clothing item that starts with D. Dressing gown? Who wears BizSnap's dressing gown? That doesn't work quite as well. Also, I hope the answer to that question is BizSnap, or, you know, anyone that he's intimately acquainted with, because otherwise that's some creepy, like, you know, broke into the palace with a sponge and a rusty spanner. She said, I know you, but you cannot sing. I said, that's nothing you should hear me play piano shit right there. Alright. Careful. Go, careful. Okay, well, we have a spirit heart, so it doesn't really matter. And we've already taken red heart damage, probably, so it doesn't really matter if we get hit, but I'd rather keep the spirit heart alive for the boss room, just to give ourselves a chance at redemption here. Now that we have 15 cents, we will come back to our shop, and keep in mind, we did pick up There's Options. There's Options means a much better chance of getting DPS upgrades, which are kind of like the principal thing that I want from boss rooms. You know, if we can get that torn photo, if we can get that screw, if we can get that boom, 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 let me get that boom. Anyway. You know, originally, I was like, new Black Eyed Peas, you know, post-request line era. I don't know if I really buy into their artistic integrity. That's fine if you like it. I'm just like, I'm skeptical of the message as maybe, you know, one of purity and, you know, artistic intent, etc., etc. But then they signed that deal with TGI Fridays to license that song, I've Got a Feeling Tonight's Gonna Be a Good Night, for, you know, the commercials for all-you-can-eat appetizers, and I was like, wait a minute, these guys are in it for the love of music. I forgot. By the way, I'm a shithead. If TGI Fridays came to me and was like, hey there, slugger, you know, do you want to be in some TGI Fridays commercials for, like, $100,000? I'd be like, fuck yeah. I don't mind TGI Fridays, man. That being said, the only TGI Fridays I've eaten at was in a theme park in Osaka, Japan. So, I'm not probably an aficionado, but I had the Friday shrimp, and it was okay, and then some kind of, like, 42-ounce Jack Daniels baked brisket barbecue burger with real Jack Daniels baked into the barbecue brisket sauce. I was like, it's okay. Little heavy on the yen, but it was, you know, it's an amusement park. You gotta factor in like an extra 60% for prices, I think, there. Maybe not at every amusement park, but at several amusement parks. One day, man, one day someone's gonna die at an amusement park because they're like, well, I'm dehydrated, probably suffering from heat stroke. Yeah, this is real good here. Dehydrated, suffering from heat stroke, but Dasani's $6 a bottle, so I'm just gonna die instead. And that person is a true hero, because they're gonna get it fixed for the rest of us. Not airport prices, those will never change. But roller coaster amusement park prices will change after that person gives their life for it, I promise. Airport prices, they can charge whatever they want, you know. They got like a $22 hamburger, you're like, just in time, Gimpy, thank you. That's my own fault, but still. You know, whenever I've got like 3 hours before I'm about to get on a plane, I'm like, might as well eat something shitty for me, because this could be my last meal. And like, in my head, I know that, you know, the odds of a plane crash are quite low. I've gotten a lot better about my flying anxiety as I've been flying a lot more. But still, in the back of my head, I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll pay like, I'll have a $30 lunch, because there's like a 1 in 1,000 chance that this is gonna be my last meal ever. But the problem is, like, it's just not even that good. I don't know if I've ever had like great food at an airport. It doesn't really matter. I mean, I don't want to be that guy that is like the butt of the Louis C.K. joke, is like complaining about bullshit when you're also flying through the air, you know, seated in a chair going across the country that previously people died trying to take the journey of. This damage, I'm so sorry. Super bandage, protect me. I need it. The good news is we've lowered kind of our barrier to winning here with this blank card pickup. A Hierophant or something like that will sell it for us. Depths XL, though. We really got to snag a deal with the devil here. Mostly, like, you know, we got to, like, weed out the Krampus shit. But anyway, you know, I recognize the technological marvel of being able to fly through the sky. But being able to fly through the sky should have no bearing on the food inside of the airport. Like, if I paid out the ass for some airport, oh shit, for some airport meal, and then it sucked, and I complained, and the dude was like, what do you want? You know you're gonna be on a plane soon. I mean, you're not. It's not like are you flying it? If so, I apologize. You know, you gotta do your checklist and stuff like that, but I guess it's just that there's no real competition inside of the airport, really, depending on the terminal. What the fuck am I talking about? Let's win this run. I've been talking about bullshit, taking dumb damage. My brain is shattered, man. I'm still in this post-moving fog. I'm telling you. I didn't think it would take so much out of me, but it's been like a week since I've been able to sit down and like dedicate a whole day to playing Isaac. And that's really like after video like 2, or at least video 1, for the day. My commentary skills sharpen up a little bit, which is usually a bad thing, because people like it when I'm a little sleepier, but you know, the insights are stupider, which is much better, I think. You know, the skill in the game starts to come back at that point, you know? It's like a warm-up round. You always play a little warm-up. Counter-Strike has a warm-up. Dota has, like, well, not a warm-up, but, you know, a time before minions spawn and stuff like that. Isaac just throws you right into the fucking, you know, the gauntlet. So usually it takes me a video or so to warm up, depending on the items that we get. I haven't really had a time to get past that warm-up. I've been like, warm-up done? Alright, time to, you know, go unpack some boxes. Time to build a coffee table. Time to, you know, talk to our old landlord and try to make sure that she's not, like, legally insane. But it's all good. We're gonna get it sorted out. Spider Baby is, it's just not very good, is it? You know? If you were expecting some more heady commentary there, it's a little too early in the morning for that. What do we got over here? Plenty of money. Money hasn't been an issue. Spider Baby, put something under the tree for me. What the fuck? This is a spider, Spider Baby. What was I expecting from you? Of course, now that we have money and blank card, two things that would really allow us to benefit from, you know, worthwhile and lucrative, prosperous shops. All of our shops have just contained assholes. Like, if I could just buy a starter deck, that would help me out so much. Or even if I could just buy, like, a card. At this point, I would pay 15 cents for deck of cards. But, that's our last shop right there because of the XL floor. So that's truly awful luck. Hopefully we get money equals power. Then I'll feel a little less salty about the situation. Spider Baby, I've served you with a restraining order. Arachnids that make my house look like it's from hoarders. So stay 100 meters away. Alright. This room's got some good acoustics, man. Please allow me to get a deal with the devil, even if I don't deserve one. Spider Baby, I once thought you were quite good. I was wrong. You don't always have to rhyme in a song. I'm starting to think that this... It's weird, okay? This run has like a scapegoat, and I don't like that, because I like what our scapegoat is here. If we have a shitty run, and it's Isaac's Heart that's the scapegoat, sell it fucking downriver. I don't care. But anti-grav is gonna catch a lot of flack. See Northern Land, anti-grav sucks. You're taking so much damage as a result of anti-grav. That's not 100% wrong. I think that reasoning is fairly right now. However, this is also like a bottom 10% run in terms of like DPS upgrades. Admittedly, it might not be in the bottom 10% with respect to DPS upgrades if I'd gotten more deals with the devil by not taking so much damage because I didn't pick up anti-grav right off the bat. But then we get into some weird fucking causality chains that, you know, it becomes difficult to follow those. So I'm just not going to. There we go. Consumable-wise, we're doing okay on this run. It really is just a matter of, like, just the worst damage. At some point, will we get enough tiers or damage upgrades in order to, like, actually make this winnable? And I'm skeptical, but we've done this before, you know. We've had runs, like that one recently with Pyro, where we just, like, never improved ourselves, but because we had Pyromaniac, sorry, it made it very easy for us to win. So I'm gonna... What happens to Curse of the Labyrinth when you use Purity? Do you just, like, automatically go down to the, like, you restart on the first floor? Obviously not, but anyway. Please kill the Spirit Heart gentleman last. I would appreciate... it doesn't matter, apparently. Okay, that's good. Lucky, but good. Dagaz's Purity Rune, combined with Blank Card, is a nice step here. That's basically a better Book of Revelations, and we're not immune to curses, but we suffer less the ill effects of curses. So, this is actually pretty exciting. It's not quite, you know, a Blank Card Hierophant, but it's a good start. It's a good, like, potential way to come back from this. And then we've got Blank Card Justice now. I think because I value the Spirit Hearts so much, I'm probably just gonna use our Justice card, and then I'll get that stuff, but I'm gonna come back this way first, and we're gonna use our Death card on this big room, just in order to simplify that. And Petrified Poop, probably not that immediately worthwhile considering financially, what does it matter, right? Like, we have so much money. This is starting to turn around. Keep in mind we still have one item room. Not surprised I got hit there, I guess. We still have one item room left, and if we don't get an XL floor on the next floor, one deal with the devil that is not necessarily guaranteed, but much more likely as a result of Dagaz's Purity here. Yeah, we'll open this up. Yeah, okay. Oh, I punched my microphone by accident. That's just how angry I was with this decision. Guppy's Head is good, and it's a nice DPS kind of augmentation or supplement, but doesn't help us out that much when we have something that's already better. And I think Blank Card de Gaz is better. Blank Card has a lot. It's like the tofu of items. You know, we got like a lot of different flavors we can impart on it. A Blank Card Yera is pretty much an instant win and some of the most fun that you can have in the game. Blank Card Hierophant is crazy good. I'm gonna skip over that money just because, you know, it was surrounded by creep, and at this point, it doesn't seem like money is gonna be too much of an issue for us on this run. So these are the kind of enemies where, you know, anti-grav is actually quite good because you don't even have to aim at them; they'll aim at you. Makes your life easier. Still quite a lot of exploration to do. Obviously, boss rush is out of the question. Let's take a sip of this coffee as we head back. Same thing here. The Zombros are not immune if the bullet hits them in the face with anti-grav, which seems like a bug to me, but I'm so glad that that actually is how it works. I will open this. Okay, I'll tell you what. First things first, I'll eat your brains. Then I'll start rocking gold teeth and fangs, because that's what a mother-fudging monster do. I forget the rest of the verse, but it's straight fire from the top of the dome piece. Okay. What is this card? Joker. Blank Card Joker is an interesting one. Is it better than Blank Card de Gaz? Yes and no. It guarantees us now 4 deals with the devil if we live long enough, and there's no XL floors in between. Make sure we're charging Blank Card here. So I think we are going to take it, because above all else, like, HP is important, but we don't need HP as much as we just need, like, survivability through damage right now. Like, as much as we need to be able to kill enemies quickly. So I'm gonna roll Blank Card Joker card. And because we're going to be able to use it so often, I'm just going to pop one right now. And that's going to be our Krampus fight. So I don't really care what we get here. Lump of Coal would be a benefit. Very dumb damage on my part there. Lump of Coal would be beneficial, but if we get Krampus's head, so be it. I'm just happy that we took Krampus out of the equation, and there we go. So now we can use this whenever we want. We can use it as a teleportation card, yada yada. I'm not sure how much this improves our run, but that's largely dependent on the items that we get in the future. That was a very lucky dodge there. And this is yet another dead end. This is going to be like a, you know, 28-minute floor here. It happens from time to time. Do our shots get bigger? It's hard to tell. Let's fire like one. You can't just fire one. Okay, let's fire one in... Let's get in this room first. Let's fire one in this direction and then the rest downwards. And then watch the one going to the left. I'm not sure if it gets bigger as it travels or if it gets bigger as it's standing there. Because if it gets bigger as it's standing there, it's actually a huge advantage to have Lump of Coal plus anti-grav. If it gets bigger as it travels, it's not a disadvantage. It's just not really advantageous. Slight distinction. We've only got one bomb left. I should probably either be better with our bombs or be a little bit more, you know, conservative in my usage. But immediately I'm just going to put another one here. Ghost Baby. At least it now cannot show up on a deal with the devil. Well, that was already fucked and I fucked it harder. Let's try this. Obviously we want to keep our Joker card. Unless we get like a Hierophant. The Moon. The Moon I think is not even worth using necessarily because we already have... Where the fuck is our boss room? It's all the way over there. Because we already have Spelunker's helmet, so it doesn't really matter all that much. Definitely not a candidate to replace the Joker in our grimoire right now, if you will. There's pretty much no excuse not to pick up that penny, so I will go back for it. And sure, we got Blank Card Joker, there's the Moon, there was the Magician. Okay. Okie dokie. So we're still... I punched my microphone again. I'm getting used to this new desk height, man. I can't be as... I talk with my hands, and even when it's a problem, if you're wondering why I'm so bad at video games, maybe it's because I talk with my hands while I'm playing a video game, and I'm doing something like scratching my head, and, ooh, do I need to shave today? No, I only shaved 2 days ago. It's alright, and yada yada, etc., etc. It's just that I'm giving you way too much of an insight into my life right now, but anyway. Oh, we were like one room away from our boss room. Not that we could have gone anyway, because we didn't even know where our last item room was until like a second ago. Alright, let's do this. First things first, it's the Wretched. Actually, first things first, I'm the Realist. Drop the bass, let the whole place feel this. And I'm still in the murder business. I can hold it down like I'm teaching lessons in physics. Might surprise you, I actually really don't listen to a lot of popular music, but every once in a while, I just get like a little, you know, Raymond Babbitt about a song, and I'm like, I'm just gonna listen to this like 100 times and then just never think about anything else. And that's how these lyrics become imprinted in my brain, I think. Yeah, I can get down with, toothpicks, I guess. I can get down with the Captain Beefheart as much as the next guy, but I'll admit, you know, thought Fancy was a pretty catchy song. Audacious production, you know, quite grimy and minimalistic. Wouldn't see that shit in the you know, mid-90s, you know, it was all bubblegum chic. This was like a brum, 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 brum. It was like, you know, the Casio keyboard's out of tune. She was made by like some meth addict in his basement or something like that. Maybe I'm being a little bit overly, you know, I'm projecting a little bit onto the song. Anyway, it was probably made by a multi-millionaire in a big studio, is my guess. We're almost done with the mom fight, and honestly, the toothpicks pickup is pretty good. It went against every instinct in my body to pick up toothpicks, because in vanilla it was so bad, and I love Coat Hanger. But I had to think about it, and I was like, I think toothpicks gives better tears up plus the shot speed up. So why wouldn't I? We're going to blank our Joker right away. There's no real reason to wait. And we're going to take both of these because damage is the be-all end-all of this run right now. Believe you me, I would rather have something better than Dark Matter. Not that Dark Matter is terrible, but could be better. But it is a damage upgrade. Holy shit, we just got Placenta from one of those. I know that it can happen. It just happens so rarely. There's also a Tinted Rock on this room. You know what would be sweet is if there was, in Afterbirth, they made like a... If you paused it, and then you like put your mouse up on the screen. Don't tell me you can't do that, because, you know, I've seen people use it for Epic Fetus. Or maybe mouse control actually isn't in Rebirth anymore. I can't remember. But if you did that, you could actually put like a mark on the screen, and you could like write down notes about each room. Be like, don't forget Eternal Heart here. Don't forget Tinted Rock here. Or would that compromise the sanctity of the game? I'm sorry. So we picked up Bloody Lust. Or no, we did not pick up Bloody Lust. We fought Lust and got a syringe full of blood. Strangely, those are not the same thing. You know what? I'm going to use 2 keys here. I'm a little desperate. And we got a Spirit Heart out of it. I'm relatively happy about that. And we got a bomb out of it too, so we should go back and get our other Tinted Rock. Our damage is starting to look actually half decent. Remember that on the Womb 2, we will not really get a deal with the devil. But on the Cathedral, we should be able to get a deal with the devil. I'm starting to think that this is actually like a pretty... I don't want to say easy, but a definitely conceivable win. Especially if we get Small Rock. Okay, that's good, because we can now go to our secret room. And we got our key back. But if we can pick up Small Rock out of this and like increase our damage by 1 full point, that would be amazing. Hasn't happened yet. Man, I did not expect this episode to be a marathon. I was hoping to crank out 2 of these bad boys before the NLSS, but now it's going to be one of those ones where Nick's messaging me at like, you know, 2 minutes before the show, and he's going to be mad. He's going to be like, what are we playing? And I'll be like, we'll just... Let's try something novel. Let's do Rebirth Goofball Goals Cannon Brawl. That's self-aware, in case you were wondering. I know that this is not the same way that we went earlier. I just figured, you know, let's mix it up a little bit. Maybe that'll be the decision that ends up making this run a win. I mean, I do think that basically the toothpicks combined with the Pact, combined with Dark Matter, it gives me enough DPS to actually feel pretty okay about the way things are going. It's certainly not, you know, like a Guppy Death's Touch Rubber Cement run where I'm just steamrolling everything, but it's winnable. Oh, yeah, just a good use of a key there. I need, like, the Callus, but not the Callus for walking over spikes, although I need that as well. I need the Callus for, like, you know, it's a key guard. If you walk into something, it doesn't automatically use your key. I could really see that item just being annoying more than anything else. You'd be like, no, I want to use the key. Enter your password. I want to use the key. Siri, let me use the... it's my... I paid for it. Error. Error. Commencing extinction of the human race. Okay, look, I'm telling you, man, the singularities, it's a nightmare conundrum. That's the hook of my new song. The singularity's a nightmare conundrum. Confusion, open-hearted. Yeah, that was Spirit of the Radio. Or The Spirit of Radio by Rush. Northern Line, why did you correct yourself on the lyrics to that, or the title of that Rush song? Well, Canada, we phased out capital punishment like 40 years ago. But there's two offenses. Treason. And then you can still get the death penalty for treason, and you can still get the death penalty for misquoting Rush lyrics, which, as they've argued in Parliament, is pretty much akin to treason. So they might as well just lump it all in the same category. I could have saved a bomb here. All right, we'll pick this up. Is this still the womb part fucking 1? This run is like... I mean, it's pretty long and not so fantastic, but it's a test of will. What's getting me through it right now is that I've got the Spirit of Radio's guitar bit stuck in my head, you know. It's really good, man. This is a very musical episode for some reason. I'm not sure why. Still... Tell you what, we'll try it. Yeah, that's what I was kind of hoping for, is a way to teleport out, and then... Oh, it's Pandora's Box in the Womb 1. It's good. It's good! And then we're just gonna teleport out anyway, but we'll see what the detritus is. So Hierophant or Joker? I think we still gotta go Joker. Pretty fly, man, that's sweet. I'm not trying to kill this guy, by the way. I'm just trying to get the fuck out of here. But so we'll use our Hierophant card then. I appreciate that a great deal, don't get me wrong. There's no reason not to teleport out at this point. I mean, there's kind of no reason to teleport out, but like that torn photo pickup is huge. Fuck it, let's fight the boss. Maybe we'll get something good. Torn photo, and then I guess the cardboard box giving us a decent amount of shit was also awesome, but including the Hierophant card, or especially the Hierophant card. But it's really that torn photo pickup that I think takes us to the next level. Oh, yeah, Purple Heart. Well worth the Spirit Heart I lost. And there's our boss fight right there. It always seems to be a little bit closer than I expected after looking for it for so long. Double Cage. This is a rude room, man. I really, really dislike the Double Cage room at this stage of the game. Ooh, I somehow didn't get hit by that. Maybe Pretty Fly blocked the spike. I didn't even know if that was possible, but here we are. We know what our deal with the devil contains here because we've already gotten it. We're not... Oh, thank you, Gimpy. We're not really going to take advantage of our deal with the devil on the next floor. We might use it as a teleportation card, but that's about it. And yeah, I think Jesus Juice is probably something we're going to want to go with here. I think we might have swung this one, honestly. I'm a little skeptical, but I think we might have swung it. I mean, I kind of want to teleport out of this room, but we're going to have to do it at some point anyway. It's not that bad, it's just the anti-grav plus I don't want to tap shoot thing. Rate of fire is killing it right now, man. It's like we have soy milk. But in like a good way, not the world's worst way. I kind of dislike the way Fear Shot is interacting, though. I just noticed we have a Tinted Rock up there. If we get Small Rock, I'm going to feel so good about this. Okay, 2 Spirit Hearts, nothing to sneeze at, but still. But still. This is like a 4-parter episode if I was in the business of doing that. But I'm not in the business of doing that. Okay, let's see what we got. Tower card, not really that good. Probably could have justified taking Flat Penny instead of Monkey's Paw. That's alright, you know. I've made big decisions. I'm gonna try for the kingdom if I can, because it makes me feel like I'm a man. I'm not gonna sing the rest of the lyrics, because I'm pretty confident that song's about heroin addiction. The title of the song is Heroin, and it was written by Lou Reed. So, you know, I gotta go to songlyrics.fucking.fyi, figure out if my analysis checks out. So we got Transcendence. It's a rare item, or I mean, I don't know if it's technically rare within the context of the game, but I don't see it that often. And I'm super excited to have it. Free ability to fly, and it's a free ability to fly that isn't Fate. It's worse than Fate, but because it's rarer, it kind of feels better, doesn't it? So let's not get sloppy, you know, we picked up a lot of great stuff recently, and it's very easy for me to fall into the habit of being like, we won. It's been preordained by a higher power. We're gonna win this one. That's a very stupid mentality to take in Isaac, and we can still throw pretty hard, but as soon as we get through the Mom's Heart boss fight, we'll get another deal with the devil. If it contains any kind of DPS or utility items, it really, really helps out. And then we got the chest coming up right after. Maybe you've heard of it. Alright, so here's Mom's Heart. Got a full charge ready. Just wanted to make sure I released those shots before Mom moved. Otherwise they wouldn't have landed. There we go. Another thing that would be awesome right now is shielded tears. That would be amazing. If we can get a combination of like shielded and penetrative, that would help out a lot. But look at, like, our damage is pretty solid. That was poor damage on my part to take there. But like we're hurting Mom pretty badly. From an analytical standpoint, this run is a good one. Just took a long time for us to get there. Curse of the Blind scares the shit out of me, but let's do this. Okay, yeah. Sacrificial Dagger I like well enough. Dead Cat is pretty good and one item away from becoming Guppy, and then we became Guppy. Okay. So this is huge for us, and as far as Curse of the Blind goes, that's pretty good. Now all we gotta do is not fall victim to the Nick paradigm, where we think that 9 lives is bad because it actually gives us low HP and then we have to die multiple times to end a run. I don't buy into that defeatist worldview of that way of thinking, you know? I'm very excited to have 9 lives, and I think that pretty much we're, I don't want to say unkillable, because we're probably going to die, but I don't think we're going to lose the run. We're just going to die multiple times, if I had to guess, at least. Locked down, that's really shitty. Abel. Who's that guy? Shows up on 25% of runs. Not very good, but not quite shit. I forgot my original lyrics. Everybody knows it's Abel. That's me. Bad gas. I want a good gas card sometimes, you know? It's just like free electricity for a year or something. Hematomesis. Amnesia, man. These have been great pills. Not that amnesia matters that much. It's mostly just an annoyance, but still. So I'm really loving high rate of fire combined with Guppy here. That's a huge help. I would love an HP upgrade here if you don't mind. In fact, if we got an HP upgrade, I would probably just, I don't want to say like let myself die, but maybe I would die and then come back with it, but nah, maybe that's not a great idea. With Gimpy, we can rebuild our Spirit Heart collection a little bit. Maybe it would just save me the problem and just give me like compass instead, so I don't have to worry about any kind of conscious thought. Well, we'll never know, will we? Fanny Pack. I forgot that it was Curse of the Unknown, or Curse of the Blind. Speed upgrade. Fanny Pack's alright, you know, Fanny Pack plus Gimpy makes it so we're not really that adverse to getting hit anymore. I'd still rather not, but there's a chance that it works out for us. Hell, there's a small chance, like a 5% chance, that it actually works out better for us to be hit. Fanny Pack pays out with like a demon heart, and Gimpy pays out with a regular heart, or a spirit heart, I should say. Goat head, a little too late there, but in a way, I guess I'm actually a little glad it's not Bob's brain. But sad it's not Cricket's head. Bob's rotten head again, huh? That's exciting. Oh, what about this one? Infamy. Alright, that's a good one. Pretty excited about that. And as soon as we got this luck downgrade, we're getting a ton of items. I don't mind it. More luck downgrades, please. What about this one? 2-0 hearts. Not particularly useful for a man of my current status, I'd say. You can do it. Put your butt into it. Thank you. Alright, Isaac. I'm gonna stay super far back. And just every once in a while, there's gonna be a sweet barrage of flies that are just gonna really fuck with this shit. Alright, this is really good. So we're gonna get that deal with the devil soon. on the next floor. Hopefully, just like crazy over-the-top items. I don't mind having 1 HP as long as we have great damage-dealing potential, which we have right now. We do have crazy damage-dealing potential. But, man, like a Death's Touch pickup would be so cool. Like, Death's Touch Abaddon. Let's do it. Alright. Alright. Moment of truth. But I think we got to win here relatively comfortably. Curse of the Maze ain't so bad, I guess. Let's check out what we got here first. Piercing Shots, exactly what I wanted. Black Bean, Holy Mantle. This is really good. We'll still use the blank card instead of just using the card, because we could possibly benefit from teleportation on some rooms. This is going to kill me, but I think it was a good decision, because it did allow me to take Little Brimstone, and Little Brimstone plus Anti-Grav actually synergize just fine with one another, because you're going to be holding down the button to charge your Anti-Grav shots anyway, so I think you really only stand to gain. That being said, being at 1 HP is a very dangerous place, because if you beat 90% of a room, but then fudge up on the last 10%, you got to do the whole room over again, so you got to be careful. And I would very much like to have some extra HP. We should be firing Little Brimstone as much as possible. Like, that's actually good. It puts a timer on me for anti-grav as well. Instead of just, like, putting 1,000 anti-grav shots on the ground, I can actually, have some impetus to fire a little bit more often, which I think is good. I'm not sure if Little Brimstone actually generates flies. If so, it's a crazy good item for us right now. It's already crazy good, but... Skeleton Key, another pretty rare item. They're rare for me because I don't go to secret rooms all that often, so, Spelunker's Hat is actually... It's been quite nice for variety's sake here. I think we got this one in the bag. I'm not going to go out on a limb and say, like, I don't think we're going to lose any more lives or anything like that, but I think we're pretty much set here, as long as we keep a good head on our shoulders, keep our stick on the ice. Oh, that one, I forgot that we had a Holy Mantle. That one could have gone better, but we didn't take damage anyway. Remote Detonator, I mean, there's no reason not to pick it up except laziness, but I think I've earned a little bit of laziness on this run. And it's pretty unlikely that 5 bombs end up being that meaningful. I was really hoping to kill Death before that Blue Famine, man. That sucked. Because if we killed the Blue Famine last, we would have actually gotten a Spirit Heart out of it, which pretty much would have guaranteed us the win. Oh, good. It's a Skype message. Just in time. Northern Line hasn't responded in 15 seconds. Good God. Is that better? That's better. All right. Okay, let's kill Gluttony last. No, the flies have decreed that we will be killing Greed last today, and I will go back for that Spirit Heart. That Spirit Heart pretty much sorts us, although I may actually lose a life on this room because I walked right into the Widow. It's all good. Hey, I don't mind that. An extra item? Oh, Curse of the Maze, right. An extra item with our previous luck down is actually pretty lucky. Oh my God, for real though. You said everything you needed to say in the first message. It was a different person, but they're both dead to me. Okay, so we come back this way, open this. Oh, okay. Mom's Knife kind of ruins Guppy, but it's also Mom's Knife, so... I swear to God, I know there's going to be people who are like, well, you ruined the run when you picked up Mom's Knife 99.8% of the way through when it was already won. Just, cool it, Sanchez, or you'll get a knuckle supper. We're about to be done with this run anyway, and I, for one, could not be happier. This is a good chance to see if Little Brimstone actually summons, Hey, good chance to see if Little Brimstone actually summons, extra flies. I'm just gonna try it. If I could actually, like, get in there. It's hard to tell. Because Mom's Knife aims at, like, exactly the same angle. Box O Spiders. Oh, I'm thankful that this run's over. Not that it was not a fun run, but it's one of those, if you run a marathon, you're happy the marathon's over. You don't run the marathon to get the experience of running a marathon. You run a marathon to get the prestige and, to prove that you can do it. That's kind of how I feel right now. This run was a little tricky because I fucked it up. But I'm glad it's over. I'm happy it happened. Let's put it that way. It's like getting, it's like having a course of antibiotics. Nobody wants the antibiotics, but you also don't want to be sick. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.